Hey, welcome guys. Well, it's raining today, so there's no detecting. The weather is horrible. But I decided to go ahead and show you what I found for 2014. I know it's still got a month out, but being that the weather's kind of bad, I don't know how much more time I'm going to get to go out there and do any hunting. So I thought I would just go over what I got for 2014. And I did some pretty good hunting, not a whole lot, but let me kind of show you what I found. Give me a second. All right. And I'm just getting used to this GoPro. All right, so on the clad, these are my nickels right here. Quite a few. I don't bother cleaning the ones that I'm just gonna put in a big jar and let them sit there. It's a bunch of nickels. Now, of course, I got a lot of nickels, guys, because I dig all of the low tones. So you'll see a lot of nickels on my finds. And then over here on the dimes, got quite a bit of dimes too, all clad here. A lot of dimes, not too bad. Half pennies. Now these are the ones that get chopped by the lawnmower, I think. They have a lot of little half pennies there. And this is all my my Lincoln pennies, you know, my junk pennies that I put in a big jar. A lot of them here. Look at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Lots of pennies. Lots of pennies. Quarters. 1, 2, 3, 4 stacks of quarters. Now I didn't count these, but I am going to count them here shortly because I got a counting machine. So there's all my quarters. And this here, of course, is just some strange cable clasps there. I found these all in one hole, by the way. All of them. I thought I would just keep them because, I don't know, they look good. Anyway, and on the, keys, one marble that I incidentally found while I was digging for the keys. And so the keys, look, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, just keys. Nothing, no big deal. This bullet casing, I don't know what that's from. I have no idea what that's from, but it's looks like it's been underneath the ground for quite a while. 50-cent pieces, $50, quite a few. Right there, quite a few. I always like to dig them really high signals, even though sometimes they may be aluminum. Some interesting washers. I'll probably throw those away, but nonetheless. Piece of, now this is interesting. Now that, let me get that. This is a piece of copper, it looks like, or brass. And it's got two little tiny screws right there. It's like a nameplate almost for a piece of machinery maybe, or I don't know, something like that. It was kind of interesting though. I kept it. It's recyclable anyway. This is a handle for a kitchen cabinet or something like that. Something like that. It's a little jalapeno pepper. This actually, when I found it, I thought it was just a piece of junk, and it's nothing valuable or anything like that. But it is a 1930s lipstick case that I thought was pretty cool from New York, and I did a little research on it. That's what it was, a lipstick case. So interesting. So, and that's that there. Now, nickels. These are all the good nickels that I found that I cleaned. And so if you look here, we'll start at 1939. Got a few there, 1939. 1940, got a few there. 1941, a whole stack here, as you can tell, 1941s. 1942, this is 1942. And 1942, I think this is a war nickel. It's got the little letter in the back there. This one's a S. And then I got 1944, several war nickels here. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1944. 1946. Okay, a lot. 19. I got a 47 here. 1947 back here. 1948. Do I have any 48s? 148. Wow, that must be a rare one. 1949. Several. Oh, here's 1942. That belongs here with the other 42. All right, and then 46, 52, 53, 54, this is 55, 56, 57, 58, what's this one here? 59 and 60. Anything above 60, I just go ahead and use it as spending change. But the 1939 is pretty cool. I think that was pretty cool. That was right there during the transition. I think that's cool. 1939. Now, one thing I don't find a whole lot of is buffalo nickels. And so all I have here is 2 buffalo nickels. I don't find a whole lot of those. And one of them's in 1935, and the other one has no date on it. It's all worn. So I don't find a whole lot of buffalo nickels. Just something I don't find a lot of. Mercury dime, I only found 1 this year. Very disappointing. That's why I was trying to find a lot more silver. This is 1 Mercury dime. I think it's 1917, I believe. I think it's 1917. And it took a heck of a lot for me to get to that thing, man. I found it at Pull Tab Park, but here's what I had to do. And around the Pull Tab Park, everything, anywhere in the common sitting areas has pretty much been dug out. That was found around the tree. And so you got to dig underneath the roots. Oh, it's a pain. I don't know if it's worth it, to be honest about it, but I just went ahead and dug that one out, and that's the one I found there at Pull Tab Park. And then I have a barber dime, which I haven't cleaned up really that well yet, and I kind of scuffed it a little bit. 1905. It's actually very good shape, and the reason it's very good shape is I found it in a lot that I like to go to, and I still like to go to again. And I found it along the foundation where the dirt doesn't get disturbed a whole lot. A lot of the rain kind of gets protected by the eaves. So it was in rather good shape. That was a nice find right there. I like that one. So I got several wheat pennies. I don't find a lot of wheat pennies. A couple of foreign ones here, but I got, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 wheat pennies. I don't even know what the dates are, but they're in the 30s and 40s and whatnot. And then a couple of foreign coins here. One is from Canada, one is from I don't know where. It's got an odd shape looking one. See that? I have no idea what that's from. And tokens. Now I like tokens. I really do like tokens. That's one of my favorite things to find. So here's a shell coin. A shell coin. It says Shell's Coin Game. I thought that was pretty cool. And here's an old token here. It's a baby milk token, I believe. It's called Morning Milk. That was pretty cool to find that. Yeah, I thought that was real cool to find. Something for probably the 40s. I don't think it's that old. And then a couple of other tokens here. This one I can't see, but I think it's Chuck E. Cheese. Another Chuck E. Cheese. And I have no idea what this one... Oh, this is a Reno. From Reno. It's a gambling token. All right, that's what that is. A big, giant gambling token. Back when Circus Circus used to be out there in Reno. And then another strange token. I don't have no idea what this is. The souvenir token, some sort. So that's that. And then now all the silver dimes. Look at all these silver dimes, guys. Look at that. Lots of silver dimes. Lots and lots of silver dimes. Lots. And silver quarters, not very many. Not very many. 1941. 1944, 1963, just got it. 1964. All right, that's not bad. Now let's look at, so we looked at the 50-cent pieces. How about this here? Do you know what this is? Because I don't. Found it. It looks like a strange token of some sort. And I think it's a fake coin. Someone tried to, it says Caesar in the back. Obviously, we wouldn't be any coins from that era around this in this place, and I can see kind of a seam. So this is a fake coin. We'll put that there with all the fake stuff. Okay, so now on the buttons, I don't get a whole lot of buttons. So this is a modern button here. I don't get a great deal of buttons. And but here's a Civil War button. Look at that one. That's the Civil War button, and I found that at the same place where I found that baby milk token. And now this one was deep. This one actually right here, to be honest about it, was so friggin' deep that not even any, there's not a detector out there that could have detected this at all. My macro wouldn't even do it. It's the only reason I was able to find this is because they were doing some construction there at the park, and they dug up some lines that were about 3 foot deep. And when they dug up all that soil, I was able to detect the pile of soil that was left behind. That's how I found this. There's not a detector out there that would have detected this that I'm aware of. Okay, so jewelry. Well, first of all, let's get rid of this thing. This looks like a Little League pin. That was pretty cool to find that Little League pin there. And some junk jewelry. And I think that's like a hair clip of some sort. It's just junk jewelry. I don't think it's anything worth anything. Little pieces of debris and whatnot. Some more pieces of jewelry that I found. This is the other piece here. All right, and I found this. Now this was a surface find. U.S. Marshal. That was a surface find. Now this, I'm not sure if it's a ring or not. And I found this at a old mission down there where all the missions are at in mid-Southern California. I think I was out in Central California someplace. And I thought it was an old ring of some sort, copper ring, or copper or something like that. And but I'm not sure, but I kept it anyway just for the heck of it. All right, so now we'll get into the good stuff here, all the jewelry that I found. I didn't find a whole lot, but got some foreign coins were worthless. And so a lot of them probably just chucked him right there as he got off the boat, possibly. And you'll find a lot there, but it's a lot of work. It's a lot of work, it really does. There's a lot of trash. This is some of the trash that I found there at the waterfront, by the way. As you can see, it's just a lot of lead, tons of lead. The only reason I kept these kind of neat looking pieces, look at this big old chunk of lead. I have no idea what it is. It's just like plenty of lead though, back in those days, I guess. It's a nice chunk of round lead there. Another one, see? No writing on it, just a round chunk of lead. I wonder what the heck they use this for. Is it a weight for a scale of some sort? I don't know. Now obviously this one is a sinker. And another sinker. Now this is an old sinker here. I don't see too many of these. It's an older sinker. Then I find a lot of just chunks of copper. And there's a chunk of copper right here. Bullet. So a lot of stuff, a lot of interesting stuff. I mean, you find a lot of trash. I mean, it's not all good stuff, but a lot of it is, you know. So I'm gonna count it. Then I'll let you know. I got a counting machine here that I used to count with. I got that real cheap and bought it from a fellow I knew, and I'm gonna go ahead and count them all, and I'll find out exactly how much I found. I'm not gonna count the pennies. Because they're so dirty that I'm afraid they're going to damage my machine. But I'll count the quarters, nickels, dimes, and these here I'm not going to count because these I put in a special place because I keep all these older nickels. And right now we'll see how much we find. Give me a moment. All right, guys. So my extra nice finds, the ones that haven't shown you yet, my silvers. I don't find a lot of silver, so these are extra nice for me. And some of my jewelry. So, hang on one second. I'll show you my jewelry. Let's get it here. I don't find a whole lot of extraordinary finds. Just isn't a whole lot out here. Well, there is, I just don't find it. But let's take a stab at this here. All right, just got it all mixed up here. Okay, so as you can tell, these are my Rosie dimes, all silver, ranging in dates. I don't really keep track of all the dates here, but 40s, 50s, 60s, but quite a few of them. Not a whole lot. That's why I was trying to find some more, and I think I will find some more before the year ends. But quite a few here, all silver dimes. Only 4 quarters though, silver quarters. That's amazing. 1944, 41. 63 and 64 last year right here, 64, and some old junk jewelry. This is garbage, but whenever it's jewelry, I just keep it for the heck of it because I don't know why I do it, but I do it. And wheat pennies. All right, a few, not a whole lot. Here I want 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 wheat pennies. It's getting harder and harder to find these wheat pennies. And a foreign penny of some sort. I actually found that here in front of my home. The grassy knoll right in front of my home, I found this one. I have no idea. I think it's Canadian, possibly. Here's a Canadian penny I found as well. Oh, here's another wheat set. Some of these are pretty old, some of them are not. Another wheat set here. Okay, so that's that. Now, buffalo nickels. Now, I don't know how many of you guys out there find buffalo nickels, but these suckers are getting harder and harder to find also, especially with the date. This one's a 1935. Not that bad of shape. I mean, it's not perfect, but it's hard to find these in perfect condition. But 1935, and I only found 2. This one here is... can't even read the date on that one, so there's no telling what that could be. But, it's always nice to find buffalo nickels. I remember those. I used to find them all the time when I was a kid. Foreign coin. I think that was a surface find. I don't know why I keep that one, but... Some of the good stuff. Okay, well, I have a barber dime here that I found in a vacant lot. And it's in actually very good shape. Just needs to be cleaned better, but I don't want to ruin it. 1905, and the only reason it's in a good shape that it is because I found it alongside a foundation, so it's kind of sheltered and protected from cultivating and excessive irrigation or rainwater from the eaves. So that's why it's in as good a shape as it is. And that wasn't even that deep, by the way. And mercury dime. 17, I believe this mercury dime is. Now this was a tough one to find. You can see it's in pretty bad shape. That was found at Pull Tab Park, and and it's hard to find silver there because it's been beat to death, and so you got to actually go around the large trees and dig through the roots to get anything. And man, you gotta, I don't know, I lose my my ability to do it after a while. Found this at a local park. Nice Civil War button. That's a hard thing to find. It's Civil War buttons are probably common in the Midwest a lot, but here in California, it's not something you pick up all the time. And this button, by the way, to be honest about it, I wouldn't have found it if it were not for the park Park folks out there digging out a water line, and when they dug out that water line, they had to dig down about I think it was around 3 feet, and so all the dirt they dug up in a pile, I detected it and found this. Otherwise, there's not a detector out there that would have picked this up. Not even my macro would have picked this thing up. So it was an unusual find. And that's a junk button. I have no idea why I keep it. Some pieces of junk jewelry. 2 pieces here. Part of some kind of junk jewelry. I don't even think it's. I don't think it's silver. Little League button. Also picked that up right here in front of my home in this grassy knoll. Little tiny pins. Still got the pin on back for Little League. Tokens. I love tokens, man. I really do. Baby milk token. Baby milk token. I don't know. It's probably the 30s. I'm not sure. But it's always cool to find a token. And then, of course, Circus token. This was a Circus for the slot machines over here at Circus when it used to be around. It's no longer there now, but 1981. Gosh, unbelievable. I remember that. And a shell coin game, shell token, aluminum shell token. Those are pretty interesting. Those are interesting finds right there. Oldest thing I found would be this here, and I have no idea. It's a Fenning. If you can see it there, a Fenning. Looks like it's made out of copper of some sort, and it's a Fenning. I believe from Germany, 1847. And I want to clean it, but I don't know how to clean it without ruining it. But I found that there at the old waterfront, where you do find old coins there. It's just very difficult. But that's one of the finds. All right. This I thought was a ring, and I was detecting an old mission out in Central California, and I could have swore this was a ring, an old copper or brass ring, and I found it there, so that was kind of interesting to find that. All right, so jewelry, aluminum ring, worth nothing, but still neat to find. Another aluminum ring. All right. Okay, so that's that. This I found at Pull Tab Park. It's one of those bling bling rings that all the cool daddios use to look real cool. You know what I'm saying? They want to make it look like they're homeboys, so they wear this. All right, so that's that. This was a surface find. I didn't even need a detector for this, and it's a 14 karat gold earring with a diamond. Very nice. Didn't even need a metal detector for that. All right, another 14 karat gold loop. It would be nice to find them in pairs, but never happens. Okay, so this was the diamond ring I found at one of the parks with the Macro CF77. I think it's silver. I'm not sure. There is writing in it, but it's so tiny that don't even have a clue whether or not. But I think it might be silver. That's always a nice find. A bent up ring. Yeah, that one was bent up. Didn't even bother straighten it. It looks like 14 karat. Another. It's like a little heart ring. Look at that little heart ring. It's got some diamonds in it, and it too is all bent up. And I believe that's also 14 karat gold, all bent up. And then the gem is this one here, and this was a surface find, no detector needed. Platinum ring. This is a platinum ring, and it's got 10 diamonds on it. Beautiful ring, very heavy. I mean, this is heavy. Gorgeous ring, it just stared right at me. I was out there early in the morning, and the sunlight hit the diamonds and it just glared right at me. Great find, absolutely. And that's my better finds.